guys, Jill here, and we are on day 26 of Marion Smith's challenge. I have a few things to show you. I've been still working on stuff and making a little bit of progress. I told you I was working on some boxes. So here is the start of my Valentine box, and I crackled it and painted it, and I believe I'll be doing this as a class at the Your Paper Pantry virtual crop, and I'll let you know as I know more about it. If not, I'll show it here on my channel. But I love these boxes. I went back to Michael's to try to get some of the other shape because mine's been out of this shape forever, and sad to say, they're gone. So another thing I did was I made a card, and since I've gotten into mini books, I've been kind of bad about the cards. I mean, I've been pulling things out of my box, and that's what I did for this. I had my greeting farms. I only have a few images, but when I had first gotten them, I stamped out a bunch of images. So I went into that, and I got out some of my pre-stamped images. So I went with the little girl from the Sweet and Toxic collection set. Anyway, it's from Greeting Farms, and I just did it in purples and blacks. This is from my friend Jen. She graduates tomorrow from the program that I'm in. She's a month ahead of me, and when I first started this course, there were 4 of us that started, and we came into an existing class, and I sat next to Jen, and she was helpful, and you know, she tried to help me with things, and I could tell that she's not really super outgoing with people, so I thought it was really nice that she helped me out, and we've become friends, and you know, so it's nice. And she's got really pretty long black hair, so that's why I went with this image. My only thing, I guess, disappointing was after this whole image dried, it did bleed a little, so I have to go in and touch it up now. I didn't notice it until I attached the card. But it's a pretty simple card. I used my Midnight Spell paper, and I thought it was just kind of fun to go with the chandeliers, and I think she'll like that. Obviously colored with my Copics on the Cryogen white paper. I added some of that bling that Michael's had, and it's that circular bling that they had around Christmas. I ended up getting it for some for 30 cents, some for 10 cents. So I was really happy with that. But this pack of purple was in my last batch, so I paid 10 cents for it. This is that trim that I had used around Halloween time in my Halloween mini. I just love it. And it's velvet. I'll have to pick up some more of that. This is my new die that I just showed in my Sizzix haul. I am loving it. I'm going to show you something else I've done with it. And I edged it with my favorite edging pen, which is the Pilot Silver Marker. And it's the medium point. I use the silver and the gold, and I do prefer these to the Krylon. One, I like the tip better. It's not a chisel tip, it's a round tip. And the other thing I like about it is the Krylon pens have actual metal in them. And if you read up on them, don't get them on your hands. I mean, they can be toxic. I think anything metallic can be, but I do know that they have different little specs in them. The only thing is these don't work really well on metal like the Krylon do, but with paper, my hands down all-time favorite. My only regret with these is they only come in silver and gold, and I use a lot of these. Okay, and then I added some Prima swirls from the Say It in Pearls collection, and it was about half of that. So that's the card I made for her, and I think it came out really cute for a quick, simple little card that I really think she'll appreciate, because again, and she likes skulls like I do, and you know, it's just the perfect little card for her. So I was happy with that. So that's my completed project. Another completed project is the flowers that I was making for my mom, and again, it is for an event. So we did the elephant, and I made 3 of these, and we ended up going smaller. The big ones were too big, so after she and I looked at all the different sizes, we did end up shrinking them down more towards a regular size. but I'm really happy with how these came out. I added a little bit of some Perfect Pearl Mist to them, and they have a really nice shimmer to them. And the other thing I'm working on was, again, that die I got out from Sizzix.com. I appreciate everybody's comments. I got a lot of good input and information on how to look at the line image of them. And I'd known that before, but I guess I just, like forgot about it or didn't do it or whatever. And I just, again, with Sizzix, I hate sometimes how deceptive their labeling can be, and how it can turn you off to an image that might have great possibilities. But this one, I wanted all along, and the price was just right. So, again, it's that long die with the two together, and I'm finding it has a lot of uses. And when you cut chipboard with it, it cuts the tops, so they automatically cut off, and I just sanded down all the edges after I attached the paper, and I went over it with my copper paint dabber. And the thing about this paint dabber is I almost didn't use it. I mean, it is really orangish in this container, and it's still kind of orangish, but it fit this paper perfectly. And since I've used it, I've realized it's not quite as bad as it looks in the bottle. So here is some paper that I got years and years ago at Target. It was self-adhesive. So I just added some copper eyelets at this point, and I'll just show you the first, because then it gets repetitive. But these are the papers that were in the pack, and from there it's just, it's just repetition. And it was just a really fun paper pack. So I think I'm going to do like a springy, maybe Valentine, Easter, or something like that. I'm not sure. Kind of vintagey, without going with the Graphic 45 Springtime Mini. Because I don't have that paper yet. So someday I'll get my hands on it. So that's that book in progress. I went by Michael's and picked up just a few things. I saw these. I got the Halloween owls. And I also got a pack for Sharon. So, Sharon, some of these are for you, who's SM Scrapper. As you all know, she loves owls. So, there's some white owls in here, some red owls. These were way picked over. People are going to be using these. And there's some hearts back here. So, I'm going to send her some of those from the collection. I also picked up some of these little felt guys from the Dollar Spot. And the bin was empty. But these were like shoved in with these really big flowers. So I got one of each. I wish I had gotten some more when they had the white ones. And then I picked up some of these really pretty little pearls from the Dollar Spot. Hey, sweetie. And then lastly, I got this little tray with my initial on it. My initial was right on the top. I'm not even sure I would have so much gone for an initial. But when I use my matte medium, it's in like a big wide mouth jar, and it's tall, and I've had it for years, and I'm down to that like last inch at the bottom. So I wanted something that I could pour it out onto that wasn't just my craft mat. So I thought for $1 this would be perfect. Kind of cute. So that was my shopping for the day, and I have a few projects that I need to get finished. But overall, I think it was a very productive day, and hopefully tomorrow will be as good, but probably not because I have a test, or actually 3 tests. So probably won't be as productive, but we'll see. So I'll do something anyway. And again, guys, thanks for all your comments. I really appreciate all of them and your help, and I think I have a solution for getting the matte medium in here, and a lot of you gave some really good ideas. So I will be using those as soon as this runs out, because it's about here and I'm going to fill it all up. So thanks for stopping by, and have a great day.